Prima some tuki. Oh yeah, so she got fat twice, and let's just continue on. So apparently the municipality were providing them with water supply, so they don't have pipes, but so they were trucking the water in, and apparently municipality also bought a water cistern, water container for them to store the said water, but then apparently they sold that water container, cistern, tank, and of course, so they are on the property illegally. They are living in dwellings that are built illegally, but they demand water supply. And then that mayor of the municipality said that they also have problems with regarding criminal activity, that they have people with 17 indictments, but no persecution, no court procedures or whatever. That they are receiving social welfare, but they of course do not they don't send kids into elementary school, which is by law mandatory, because that of course is they have no education, basically no real chance of getting any real jobs. But even then, said mayor, we have a program called Javna Dela Public Works, basically, which is set up to employ people that cannot or would be who are in difficulties to get a job, basically due to their education and so forth. So mainly these are so-called auxiliary works. For example, communal workers like garbage people, auxiliary works in kitchens, in schools, and so forth. Sweeping, cleaning the streets, and something like that. And they say we have quite a lot of works available in this program, but they do not want to take. So the Roma people, they don't want to take these jobs. So yeah. Then the Roma Union of Slovenia, I think that is how you would translate that, stepped in as a mediator, and they set up, let's say, a deal agreement, so that Roma community will have to meet some obligations, and then municipality will help them. Of course, there is now debate, because in our constitution we have tukaj greva Lizi, we have stipulation that everyone has access to not free, to clean drinking water, which is true. You know, there are quite, here in Ljubljana, there are quite a lot of, during the summer, of course, drinking fountains, but that doesn't mean, you know, free water to your house, which is, you know, built illegally. Because according to the law, you cannot connect the dwelling, the building on the water system if it's built illegally. So yeah, you know, quite a lot of problems. And now, of course, government set up a new inter-ministerial work task force, work group, whatever. Bevo, Liza, you know, to deal with this problem. Of course, people were saying that they should, you know, change the law to punish Roma, but you know, we already have the law, which is, you know, well, it has to be enforceable against everyone who is breaking it. But you know, they are not enforcing. You know, for example, Lizzie, you know, in their tradition is they, you know, drive cars with no insurance, no license, and of course police officers will stop them, issue them a ticket. If there is, you know, if this is a repeat offender or let's say serious breach, police officers can also seize the vehicle. But of course, if you are using unregistered piece of junk, you know, worth a couple of €100, you don't worry about that. You know, the pavement of these fines is basically they cannot enforce them, even though they get social help, social welfare checks from the government, because we have a law which states that the government cannot enforce pavement of different fines or things like that. Hello. When, you know, person doesn't have any money, so basically there is you know, amount of money that has to be. She has already eaten and now she wants to wait for Nara. We have already met Nara. Pemo, she has eaten with Nara. Grima Dumau. And you know, they cannot legally take the money from them, even if it's from the government. So yeah, it's you know, it's not a new problem, it's long-standing problem. And of course, we just, let's say, a few, let's say, Roma families or Roma communities. Others, as I said before, their neighbors cannot find fault with them, you know, hardworking, getting education, no problems, no criminal activity, no nothing. But yeah, some are, let's say, still on the wrong side of the law. And yeah, now once again we have, you know, public debate, what should be done regarding this. And every couple of years we have this debate and basically nothing will change. For example, now one of the solutions was that the social welfare will increase the numbers of people working in that area. So for working, basically they will work primarily with the Roma people. In previous years, there, because they didn't send the kids to elementary schools or even kindergartens, so they set a special, let's say, kindergartens or schools in Roma communities, and they also employed, Roma, usually women, as helpers or auxiliary educators, those that attended school and so forth. But these were also in the past, let's say, not particularly successful projects, because still they didn't send kids to school or kindergarten. So yeah, we will see what will happen. But yeah, I think public is upset because the whole incident, when they attacked the police officers who came there to arrest the alleged shooter, was filmed by the Roma themselves, I believe. Because in Slovenia, police officers do not carry body cams. Small, easy? Okay, quite a long one. We will end on this point.